Good morning. I'll be working on some random stuff. I've got an Xbox that stopped reading games. I've got a few Xboxes that's not reading games right now, and I don't know why. So we'll have to take a look at that. I'm hoping it's a quick adjustment. But I don't know. My I also got a couple Game Gears here that I was given from my brother to look at, and I also have some of my own. I have a lot of Game Gears. This one's just sitting in the drawer over here. I don't know what's going on with him. So I don't know if I want to fix those right now. Oh, there's my original. So it's a Batman from Batman Beyond. It's a whole like 65 megabytes. There it is. I have this really cool mouse, but it's getting that slime thing. So I was going to try to clear that off. I think I've got enough alcohol. I might not. But that was I was wanting to get him less slimy. I'm just going through this drawer I have down here. It's just a USB hub. Power supply, put that together. And then from Play Sega, a Sega controller. I don't know what's wrong with him. I need to check it out. Okay. I think this is going to my stereo system. I don't know. USB going up there. Where's this? Okay. I know what that is. Alright, that's about all that's useful in there. I don't think this thing works anymore. I'll have to check, but he's a little hub for phones and such. Okay, anyway, let's see here. What should we do first? I'm going to get this desk cleared off. I guess let's take a look at the Xbox. Oh. I think so I've got 3 Xboxes in parts right now. Do I want to take apart another one? I want to get my brother's Xbox working. So maybe we'll work on that. I assume I'm streaming. Yes, okay. Like, am I talking to myself? The answer to that is yes. But do I mean to be talking to myself? The answer to that is maybe. I guess I should also let people know that I'm streaming, because I haven't streamed in a while. Things I forget about. Alright, I will go ahead and get this here. Alright, there we go. Now people may know. I also put it over here on TechDweebs. I don't think anyone cares or looks at my stuff on TechDweebs, but I'll put it up there anyway. And nice self-promotion here. There we go. Alright. Here's the 3 bits and bobs I like to put it on. Okay. Let me get my desk cleaned up. I also need to change this over to my desk. I think it's there. Repair bench. Got to turn on my camera. So we should look in. There we go. There's that white thing. Alright, so that'll be the zoom in. There's my camera. Excellent. Desk is always a mess. And start cleaning a little bit of this up here, just so it's not so bad. Better place to put some of my stuff that I use. Desk needs to be bigger. I need an L desk. That's what I need. People are gonna come in and just see just a junk on my desk and it's like, oh, what's going on? Nothing. I remember turning this off last time. I did. I was looking all over for this the other day. I knew I had one. I couldn't find it though, so I just made one. That was for the convention, but now I've got it. I got to figure out where to put it so I don't lose it again. Put it there and forget about that. I need to organize crap here, guys. Let's play organize the drawer. You know what we should do? I know it. I should do that. After we get done with this, I've got a Nintendo I want to put a composite input on. We'll do that. I'll take a look at the Xbox first to see if it's easily fixed. And I don't want to have to go and tear down it completely, but I'll take a look at that Xbox again. More random screws. Sure, we'll have more random stuff in there. Capacitor, I need to put you up. Your random bit. Voltage regulator. Already used that. So there's my junk.
Hell's Angel 79. Hey Dougly 007.
Hey buddy, how are you? I'm working on organizing my shit. I got too much stuff everywhere. I need to
Hell's Angel 79. I'm doing okay, and yourself? Hell's Angel
shabby.
79. LOL.
I've got 2 Xboxes taken apart right now, and my brain wants to do other things, and I'm trying to tell it to stay focused. I was like, ooh, I've got a Nintendo I want to mod, but I've got all the stuff over here for that Xbox, so So there's all the screws and stuff that when I took it apart. So I need to at least put together one of the two Xboxes I took apart before I do that. I have my brother's original Xbox that I want to take care of for him. But its drive is dead, and the laser for it is $70, and I'm not going to spend $70 on a new laser for it. So I think what I'll do is that I need to get an 80-pin cable for it, and with that I can put in 2 hard drives. So I'll have to do a soft mod and get the 2 hard drives in there and all that other fun stuff. But right now I'm just trying to get my desk cleaned up because I can't get to anything. So that's what I'm doing right now. I got to decide on how I want to do things in here. My biggest thing is I'll start working and then I'll just throw things around where I'm using it, and then next thing you know, it's a mess. So I'm gonna put the screwdrivers I use the most in the top drawer over here. That way I'm not looking at my big drawer every time I need something. Let me turn on my other light. There we go. So we got light on here. Okay, so let's get the Xbox that I want to see if I can get the drive reading again. And I think these guys need new power supplies too. This is Mr. Phillips. I forgot what Mr. Phillips was doing. Oh, where's my power cord? Just want to plug it in on the wall over here. So we just boot it up. This one's in bad shape. He's beat up pretty bad. So even if it works, I think I need a new shelf for it. Which that won't be a problem since that's kind of what I want to do. You have HDMI. Okay. Alright, let's just see if this gets better on. So this one just flashes orange. It makes a noise. It's like there's not enough power to turn it on. Take the screws out of this already. Yes, okay. Alright, so let's first see if just unplugging the hard drive helps it boot up. Now we'll plug it in. Oh, lost the plug already. Come on. There we go. We'll plug it in and we'll see if it starts up enough. I can hear it clicking. Oh, that's the fan kicking on and off. Alright. We have a few 2200 10 volts on the power supply. We'll check that, but first let's check our voltage. Put this here. So we should be able to see all together. Can we see that? Yeah, you can see that. So we'll check our voltage on the 5-point line. We'll put this in here. It's getting it. 3-volt line. Oh, no, I think it's going from 10 to 20 volt. 3-volt line is good. This should be another 3-volt line here. Yes. Is all of our 5s working? Yes. So it's our 12-volt line that's going crazy. Alright. Or 24 volt. That's not even getting close to 24 volts before it shuts off. Alright. So our 5-volt lines are on these caps, and then 24-volt line is on this cap. Let's just try changing out that one first. Just make sure we are drained on the big cap, though. We'll do that once we get it out, I guess. Wish I could figure out how to the power on. It's got to be the same way as the original Xbox, or as a computer. Let me see. Let's look. We'll take a look. Oh, look at it. Hey, okay. We don't have anything on there right now. Alright, so we'll take a look at original Xbox PSU pinout. Let's see what we can find. Okay, so we are on the 6th. There we go. The power on is here, and I assume you had to short power on to. Here we go. This is what we're looking at. 12 volt. That's supposed to be a 12 volt line. Standby 5s, and there's our regular 5 volt. And then this one is our power on. That does not look like the one I've got. Let's go ahead over here. Yeah, we're gonna adjust this. Trying to adjust it so we can see anything on the screen. There we go. Alright, here's our power line here. Alright. I mean, I guess it's close, but not quite. That's the B. Yeah, green, black, and orange. This is closer to the one I've got. So this one must not be a SIP 1.6. Let's go look with it. Yeah, I don't think it is 1.6. It's definitely here. So, does it power on from a jumper from ground to power on? No, it's probably not. It's probably 3 volts to power on. How do you test these? Does it say? For more details, see this. Alright. Okay. Needs 3.3 volts on power on to leave the standby mode. This results in the power voltage being supplied. Well, let's just go into it and see what happens. Alright. Back to repair bench 2. Is that the one we want? Yeah, no. We went the other way. No, we went 2. We went mostly zoomed in. We went mostly large area. I'll move that camera out of the way here. And we'll look here. What are you? You're 10. I need a 15 on these things. Take out this power supply. Let's take a look and see if we can figure out why it's not going to power on correctly. It's like the 15 feels too big and the 10's too small, but I don't know if there's an in-between. Power supply removed.
Hell's Angel 79. Power supply broken or?
I don't know. I'm getting the problem where I turn on the Xbox and it just flickers on and off constantly. So my thought was maybe a bad capacitor on the 12 volt line here. So that's what I was going to go look at first. Where is? So instead of just going in here and taking everything out, I'm seeing if we notice any capacitors bad or leaking or anything like that. So my thought is it's probably, here's our 12 volt, the yellow, and the yellow goes straight to this cap here. Can't see what it is. Sorry. It's a 1016. We have a 1016. I do have a 1016. It also could be the voltage regulator here, but it started turning on right away, so it also could be caps on the board. I mean, this is the easiest thing to check right here. We can just pop this cap out, pop it back in, see if it turns on normally, and we know if it's a cap or not. That goes from there to the inductor, through the inductor over here, and this is our 12 volt regulator. Our 12 volt regulator is here. Then it goes. Then this is the whole part of the changing it from AC to DC, which we know this is working. that part is working because we're getting 5 volts and 2.3 volt or 3.3 volts without a problem. So that means it's got to be from here back, and the only cap on that line is this one. So, Eagle pals, we'll just take him off. Gamma. Here we go. Why is the power supply easier to take a cap off of than the main board? Okay. I mean, it's not horrible. We'll check its capacitance. Really? Maybe it is dead. Huh. I'm only getting 1.4 nano. That one's reading. Okay, let's try that again. We'll give it a little more time. It might be this cap. Well, damn, Gina. Be too easy to fix. I mean, I'm not going to complain, but that's awesome. But that cap is definitely bad. Like Michael Jackson bad. Woo! You've been struck by a smooth criminal. Come on. Right. Beautiful, baby. All right. Well,
Hell's Angel 79. Was that value bad or?
the value was only reading 3 nanofarads, and it should be 1,000 microfarads. So when I read the cap that I was putting on, it was reading 1,200 microfarads, which is close enough. It's got a, the 20% leeway. So I mean, it's possible that it was. So, if that's the only thing wrong, I've got a bunch of Xboxes that can be fixed with one cap. I've got 3 Xboxes that does that same exact thing. Let me double check to make sure I did pull the battery cap off this guy. Yeah, battery caps. It's kind of nasty over there though. Let's make sure there's no traces.
Hell's Angel 79. 3 wow.
Alright, let's see if there's any damage here. It's a little filthy. There's no alcohol left. It dehydrated itself. Wah wah. Alright. Well, crap. We'll just use a little bit of 409. Make sure there's no corrosion around the battery area. Make sure it's just dirt. Okay, just dirt. This one wasn't cleaned up. I'm just kind of seeing if I can get this working again. I don't know if this the DVD drive works at all because I can't get it to power on right now. So I'm gonna go with it like this. We'll put her back together real fast and see if it just powers on. I mean, I'm not gonna hook it up to a television right now. Just gonna see if it powers on and does anything. Okay, so the 15 feels too big and the 10 feels too small. So in that case, I then will use the 10 because I'm not slipping out as much. There we go. All right. We'll get the power cord, but power supply plugged in the board, and then we'll plug back in the hard drive. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Why smile? Chief viewers on streambo.com, remove the space, at Y60 Orze.
Orze? You don't say. My favorite place to go is on the Orze's. Alright. And we power on. Same thing. Alright. Possibly the 5-volt rail. I don't know. There's got to be an Xbox original troubleshooting guide that for these issues, because this is something that I have 4 Xboxes doing it. You would think there would be more people complaining about the problem. I mean, the power supply was bad, so at least that one.
Bunny girl Erica. Softly but,
Hey!
softly but.
Hello, bunny girl. We're still fighting stupid Xboxes. It's so fun. Original Xbox turning on and off. Oh, here we go. iFixit.
Bunny girl Erica. I've been fighting my fat PS3.
Oh, I've got a few of those to beat up too. I've got a fat PS3 60 gig upstairs. I need to get the laser working again. Actually, 4 years later, I found the answer. It's a bold accusation, but it's accurate if you're a techie. Microsoft makes a faulty power brick that way at max of 5 years they die out, or rather electrical glue. Unscrew the power brick and find a white stuff all over, because they don't care to use small amount to hide it. Basically, over time, your brick heats up slowly, melts the glue, and blocks off circuitry. If you send it out for a normal repair, they just find a ridiculous amount of money and either replace it or heat up and remove some of the glue. So it happened again. So they have people needing more fixes. Ironically, so you can say also the problem comes from shoddy soldering, and the glue can block off parts that are soldered shut. So basically blocks off electrical circuits. And to fix it, either heat it up or send it in. The fact is, no one's
Bunny girl Erica. I think it's either the disk drive or LASA reader. Everything else works fine. It's only when trying use a disk, which either doesn't read, or freezes everything up when it does read it.
Yeah, I've got that same thing. Did you soft mod it and like we'll play games that way? That's how I know mine's okay. I did the soft mod to mine. Alright, let's take a look and see if we can find this glob that this lady's talking about on, or gentleman, I don't know, I didn't see. We're gonna say, well, I see the blobs. We can go in there and take some of that off, I guess. Come on.
Hell's Angel 79. Maybe one of those cleaning CDs can fix it.
I think it probably needs adjusted. I think the laser needs adjusted. I went to go adjust the one
Bunny
on.
Girl Erica. iData and system reset it. Even factory reset it.
Alright, so they're blaming this blob stuff. And that's basically to stop stuff from shorting out. But I guess if it's set up wrong, it could cause shorts instead or block it. Alright, so we know this part's good. I don't have any on the back portions. What do we have over here? Alright, well, I want to get this crap all over one of my screwdrivers. Oh well. Crap on the screwdriver it is. Let's first go with the circuitry over
Bunny
here.
Girl Erica. And then he accidentally spilled a drink all over it.
Oh no! Ew. Stuff's nasty. We'll take these caps and everything off of in this area and then try to clean the board. What do we got on these caps? Reading caps is fine. Ow, they're hot! I wonder why they're hot, Doug. Ah!
Bunny Girl Erica. When I've watched people take apart consoles before, some of the nasty they have found in them is just ew.
Oh, oh gosh. They are disgusting. Lots of dead roaches. Lots of dead bugs. So 100, and you're something. I see your voltage over here. You're also 125. Alright, 125s. Oh no. I don't have any more 125s in that box. There's my other box of stuff. There it is.
Bunny Girl Erica. Hair, fur, dust, and even worse, spiders.
I've seen dead spiders. I've not had any live spiders. I don't think this is the right value. This looks too small. But those are 10s. These are probably my 100s. I don't know if I've got 125.
Bunny Girl Erica. I have a fear of spiders.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then that would suck. Alright, this must flip this thing. See if this is my hundreds. Oh, this feels about the right size. What is this? Is that 116? We'll grab
Bunny
one
girl
that's a little
arrogant.
fatter.
I find spiders really cool, but they turorphy me so much as well.
I could understand that. I'm not a fan of the big thick guys. 16. I don't think I've got 25s left. I think you used them all on the Genesis. They're all 16s. Oh, shoot. You have 330.
Bunny girl arrogant. It's like the ocean. Ocean stuff is cool, but super scary.
I'm not a fan of like jellyfish. Like going in there and getting stung by jellyfish is not my idea of a fun vacation. I had a friend that on his honeymoon they decided to go swim in the ocean before they did anything else. So when they got there, he got stung on his junk in the ocean, and he did not get to enjoy his honeymoon at
Bunny
all.
girl arrogant. Jellyfish can kill you.
Alright, so we got that mostly cleaned off around that one. So it doesn't look like there's any top traces. So this goo is not going to cause any problems because it's non-conductive. But it heats and hardens over time. It can cause components to die. Alright, let's see what this one is. See if we get the 100 off of this. Yeah, he's good. I would change. Oh, I might have one to change out. But
Bunny girl arrogant. At least if they were not ready for kids, then that jellyfish became a great contraceptive. LOL.
That's true. Hey guys, I heard you're not ready, and you don't want to have an accident. Well, I'm here to help. Zzz. You have a great day, and I'll be sending you a bill. Because this is America. Even jellyfish have to charge for their medical services. Oh crap! It fell right out as I put the solder on. Come on. Why is this one not lining up?
Bunny girl arrogant. I could charge you $5, but I'll charge you 1,000 instead, cause Murica.
America! Alright, let's try this again. Push you back in. And... Alright. Now I got to hold my hand under here at the same time.
Bunny girl arrogant. Good
Solder.
humor is always great in the morning.
What was that? Let's see. That's true. Now, if that good humor happens to be an ice cream from the Good Humor Man, that's even better.
Video Games 1980s. Hello.
Hello. All right, we got one. Now it's not going to fall out. Tack that bad boy down. I do have a hard time believing that it's just the white junk causing problems. But I can see where the expands could cause broken traces or broken solder joints if they're badly soldered in the first place. So we'll kind of look over, make sure we don't see anything obvious. I can change it so you guys can see the zoom in a little better. All right. Okay. Now you can see what I see a little better. Oh, you'll see what I see. Just see here.
Hell's Angel 79. Gremlins.
Yeah, pretty much. Na 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 na.
Hell's Angel 79. Or at least one of the Gremlins movies used that song.
That's true. This looks a little brown over here, doesn't it? What do we have on the other side of this? Survey says a bunch of white goop. Well, white goop. Guess we're trying to get that out now. Gosh. I don't like doing this. What we can do.
Bunny Girl Erica. At least it's not a certain kind of white goo.
That's true. God, I hope that wouldn't harden up like this. I've got a lot of girls to apologize to.
Bunny Girl Erica. It did harden up like that. Should probably see a doctor.
Right? Oh, goodness. Got some of it. I was reading somewhere that somebody made a new power supply to use on the Xbox, but I can't find it for sale. I see reviews on it, but it's like using USB-C power, which I'd rather not do that, but I've got a way to change the voltage, so it doesn't need to do that. We could use a regular power cord. Alright. So that, I think, is a fuse. Let's see if we can see what's on the board beside it. Nope, still can't see what's beside it. So what is this guy? This is what I think is the fuse here. So let's see if we can find the marking.
Chris F. Yeah, that's Andrew 0. Chris F. It's not out yet.
Okay. Come on. Get out of there. Still don't see the marking on this one right here. Unless it's up here. Oh, I think it's a diode. Yep, it's a diode, not a fuse. Alright. I mean, a fuse
Chris F. Oak Store.
Alright. Alright. We'll check to see if that guy is okay. Just retouch the solder here, I guess. Go into diode mode. I think it was here to here. He is good. Alright. This is probably our heat problem area then. We have, it looks like a jumper bar. Yep. A jumper bar. We got some sort of voltage regulation. There's a diode there, diode here. A resistor, a big old capacitor. Or it might be looks like another resistor underneath. Yeah, okay. Should you be going both ways? Alright. Kind of want to just jumper the power to see if it stays on, but I think it has to be on the load. Like, it might stay on fine if I use my use the jumper and then test the voltage out of the pins, but it's when it's using the it's when it's pulling the amperage from the board that we're having the problem. So I'm gonna put it back in the Xbox and see what happens. We'll go back to this
Hell's
side.
Angel 79. 22 amps.
Oh no, 1.2 amps. Sorry. Yeah, not 22 amps. That would be a little bit much.
Hell's Angel 79.
Sorry. I might have mumbled 22 instead of 1.2. I'm just going to put it in
Hell's
here.
Angel 79. No worries, laughing face.
Yeah, 22 amps. That I would be scared to use this at 22 amp pool.
Hell's Angel 79. I'm not familiar with Xbox, so was curious they drew that much.
It says it can pull something like 96 watts in total amperage. So we'd have to do the math between the voltage and the wattage. But I'm just looking on the board here. It kind of tells me roughly what each one pulls. So the 5 volt rail can hold 13.2 amps, and the 12 volt rail is 1.25 amps. So it does pull some amperage in there.
Hell's Angel 79. Yeah, P equals U times I.
Yep. Alright, we're just going to plug you up. That way everybody's got the load. Speaking of white stuff. Sorry. Inappropriate for children. Mommy, what are they talking about? Freaking Xboxes.
Bunny Girl Erica. What are children?
They're evil spawns that's released from eggs to repopulate the earth, to take it over. Alright. I'm done looking at the Xboxes for now. I just want to put this guy back together. Let's do something more entertaining. Let's see if we can get a Rescue Rangers cartridge to work.
Bunny Girl Erica. They sound like nasty little spiders.
They cause you a lot more stress than a spider. These also 10s. Yeah. And then we have another. I thought we had 3 screws. We have one here, one here. Oh, one there. Okay. It's like. All right. He's back together. Watch it start working now that I put it back together. I do have another Xbox. I want to see if we can just run the disc cleaner through, but it's not reading discs right now. So I would like to get that one. See if it just needs cleaned. Because it worked fine for me when I originally took out the battery cap on it, and then after I did that, it was working fine, and then it sat on my desk forever, and now it's not doing it again. It's not reading games. I'm like, you should still read games after just sitting around. Alright, I think I need to, on my repair sheet, make notes of what's wrong with this. So we will go to my repair log, we'll put the serial number down, and we'll write down what's going on with this one. That way I don't like come back later and like, what's going on with this one? I don't know. Should just start going through all of my broken stuff on the shelves. That itself would be a month-long journey. I need an electric screwdriver and an electric boogaloo. And an electric light part. What is it? Electric light show? Yeah. thicker for me, baby. That's what we get. Hold on, my camera locked up. Why don't you tell me these things, guys? Gosh. I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. You're the guys watching, I'm not watching. I don't watch ever. Oh, did I unplug it?
Bunny girl Erica. Not our problem.
Not my problem either, apparently. Alright. Deactivate. Reactivate. You stupid Razer camera. No one likes you, Pip. Where is that camera at? He's hiding among wires somewhere. Oh, I see him. Okay. Found you! He's sitting on top of a Nintendo in there. Okay, this one. Okay, that one's a stage left. That's my capture device. It's my camera in front. Hi! Yeah, so my camera, the other one, for the Razer one, just disappeared from the list. Discard. Oh, let's see what happened here. All right. Now let's see what we can do. Whatever. Anyway, the Xbox is just kind of flashing on with an orange light real fast. Oh. Making noises. Now it's dancing out the drawer. It's possessed by Satan. Let's see if I can grab the door. It won't power it off. It won't power it on. I think this thing needs a full recap.
Bunny girl Erica.
Hey, it opened
How
up the...
can it be Satan when I'm right here? I mean, what?
I don't know. Maybe it's Satan. Born with the... Like when I deactivate and reactivate, it turns on the lights like it's going to work. And then it's like, no, screw you guys. Screw you guys. I'm going home. Okay. Anyway. It's making noises. Let's take it over to the playtest area. Okay. So I may be using the same. Turn you on. Would it be so bad if I could turn you on? Don't wanna waste it.
Bunny girl Erica. Now I'm thinking of that one Gabriel Iglesias skit. MMMMHMMM. You need Jesus. That's what you need.
Oh. Okay, let's see what this thing is doing to us. I think I'm on the right input. We'll find out in a moment.
Bunny girl Erica. I love him and his voices.
You need Jesus, that's what you need. I'll do the church lady from An old Saturday Night Lives. Alright. Why is that a funky color? I think something got unplugged. That is some weird looking color. That's not just me, right? That green's not right. Boy, that's not right there, boy. You shouldn't be doing that. What the hell did you... Don't stick that there. I thought I would test it with the super rare game, Halo. Oh, you poop.
Hi Squishworms. Hello at Dougly007 and chat.
Hello.
Smiley face.
Alright, let me go find an Xbox controller.
Hi Squishworms. Do you have a thermal cam or laptop at Dougly007?
I have a thermal cam at my job, but I don't have one here. That's on the list of stuff to buy.
Chris F. At iSquishworms hand pink waving. iSquishworms. Okay. iSquishworms. Hey at Chris F. Smiley face.
You think I'd have an Xbox controller nearby?
Chris F. Andy needs the text to voice on his channel face green smiling.
Okay.
iSquishworms.
Ow! My
Hello,
toe! My
hello.
toe! Okay. Kinda stubbed my toe. My camera, I don't even know what camera I'm using anymore. There we go, there's the camera. I was like, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. Alright. Yeah, that sounds like the right date. And shut the drawer. And shut the drawer. Ooh, was there music on this? Audio CD, 0 tracks. Oh my gosh, it is playing. It's not giving me sound though. I need to, I think it's a... Which one's sound? I have too many switch boxes. I can't remember anything. AV, where are you? My AV setup. There we go. Audio patch. Xbox is 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Haha! Game sound. Alright, let's see if this wants to die. That's my name. My name is New001. So Maybe I did do something right with that power supply. Maybe it was that goop, and I just needed time to think about what I've done. Come on. God, I don't know when the last time I started up a Halo game was. It's been a few minutes. I think I stopped playing Halo when I tried Infinite and was so disappointed. I remember playing all the way through 1, 2, and 3. And I couldn't really... I played a little bit of 4, but never finished it. I don't even think I own 5.
Tube shows green. Cycle complete.
So it looks like I'm missing reds.
Mr. Chief, things are a little hectic right now. The disorientation ends quickly.
Welcome back, sir. We have battle-ready staff.
Chief, please look around the room. I need to get a calibration reading for your battlesuit's diagnostics.
Yeah.
I squish worms. I
think
have
I'm-
never played Halo.
I've got the AV, the component cables.
Good.
I think I unplugged the red connection somewhere.
Vital signs look normal. No freezer burn. Okay, sir. Go ahead and climb out of the cryotube.
Okay, so 8.
Chris F. You suck at
Oh.
I squish worms. I squish worms. I do.
It's alright. We'll forgive you. Yeah, we'll just have to play this
I
with
gave you a
no
double dose
reds.
of the wake-up
But
signal. Take a quick walk around the
I just want to
cryo bay
see
and
if it
see
logs
if
out,
you
like kicks me out again.
Ready.
Whee, I'm jumping, looking. Yeah, I'm doing things.
Chris F. Face green smiling.
Yeah.
I squish worms.
Alright. Well, it's doing things.
Okay, sir. Look at me so we can begin.
Whoa!
Stand on the red square.
Whoa! Okay. Alright, sorry, the video thing's bothering the crap out of me. It really shouldn't, but... Alright, so we're looking at... on the second extra... down here, we're looking for our green, make sure it's all plugged in. I don't know. I'm just feeling a bunch of wires. I don't even know which one I'm feeling. I've got so many. Alright, so if you haven't seen my setup, I've got it hooked up here. So I've got switch boxes here to here to here. And so this one is my, what's this Extron? This Extron 50 does composites, but it has audio. So I use that for audio sometimes. And this one has RGB but no audio. And this one's RGB sync with audio. So I can
Bunny girl Erica.
set it all up.
Nerd.
And so basically what happened, oh, it turned off. So there's still some of the power supply. So what happened is that when I was moving things around, I did a game convention and I accidentally unhooked one of the AV cables, probably on the back of that. Alright, so this one still just shuts down.
Chris
randomly.
F. Fancy.
And I blame My Life in Gaming for all this crap. Corey lives near me, so we were talking about it, and I'm like, this seems like fun. So then I looked all over line. He got me the first Extron, so I got the Extron 300 with just video. Oh look, now I'm messing my other camera. Oh my gosh! Look at that scary face.
Bunny Girl Erica. Do you do this stuff for work as well, or is this more of a side gig and or hobby?
So the video game stuff is a hobby and side gig whenever somebody needs help. But I do electronic repair for my job, so I'll fix. Let me just go back to chatting since this is not working. There we go. All right. So when I do my eject please. My game's stuck in there now. I do repair of like larger electronics, what's called variable frequency drives. So I will fix those for work. So I'll do board repair and change out capacitors. Like I change out capacitors all day long. But the video game stuff, it's been my hobby since the early 2000s is when I really got into it. I saved all of my games and stuff from the 90s, and then when it hit and I started really wanting to get into it, I started grabbing more and more games, and then I opened up a game store so people would bring me games and I didn't have to look for them. I did that for a couple years, and I think 2007 to 2008, because it was during the Halo 3 release actually. That's when I had my store. Then I got married in 2008. Someone robbed me when I got back and I didn't have any money for the store, so I just shut it down and brought everything I had left back here. So I've got a bunch of broken stuff because I would buy stuff broken or working. But that means I just got way too much stuff now in my house. Give me my game! Come on! Oh, the pretty games come out. Oh. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna just stick my. Gonna have to do this the old fashioned way and stick a needle in the front hole of the DVD drive and pop out my disc. Very rude. I
Squishworms. Bunny Girl Erica. Ah yes, the old-fashioned way of fixing things, hitting it.
Yep. Have you tried beating it a lot? No. Try that. Oh, why thanks. Oh, come on. I'm going to take it apart to get my Halo disc out. I just put it together. Anyway, I got another one I've got to look at. See this game. Now the camera wants to work. This one decided to stop reading games. Also, let's see if the color is maybe the color was bad on that console. Let's see if it looks better now. No, it's my wire. The wrong color green. Anyway, I'll put in this.
Squishworms. Beat it a lot.
Have you tried hitting it? Yes. Try hitting it more.
Squishworms. Bunny Girl Erica. Imagine working tech support and telling them to hit it.
Have you tried smacking
Probably
it a few
wouldn't
times?
have a job long. Hell's Angel 79. Oh nice, it's working.
This is the different one. Hey, this one has all kinds of stuff on it. I'm seeing if the audio CD will play. Okay, so now we're just going to enjoy this music while it cleans the tracks. So this was not reading DVDs.
This is a specially designed CD lens cleaner. The fiber brushes can effectively remove dust, dirt, and oil from your CD lens. Please select track 3 and press play when the music stops. The cleaning is now complete. Please
Well,
enjoy the music.
wouldn't it be nice if it had CD audio, CD quality audio on the CD? What kind of, like, highly compressed audio is that crap? Okay. Anyway, now we know what the Maxell CD 340 sounds like. Grab another game since that one ate my extra one. Rabble, 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 rabble. I know. Let's use Halo.
Bunny Girl Erica. The amount of times my one friend who works tech support has said it's literally been as simple as telling people to press the power button or checking that it's plugged in. He said the amount of people who don't know what a power button is or that something has to be plugged in is ridiculous.
Okay,
So much stupid, he says.
To be fair, I worked at Time Warner Cable, and I did tech support over the phone with that. And there is a lot of times people will kick the power cord or not know that they did something and mess it up. So see, it's not wanting to it read music, but it's not reading game. Cracker? What kind of cracker is this? What's this one cracker? This one has a lot of music on it. Alright, anywho's. Yeah, so it's not booting up the game unless my boots up music CDs but not games, so probably have to go in there and adjust the DVD later.
Bunny Girl Erica. For him, he said it's mostly that they seem to think that the PC just magically turns on.
Oh, like a power loss, and so they don't have the CD, they don't have the PC running due to a power loss or something along those lines. All right. Okay, I'm gonna grab one more game and I'm going to see if it'll boot up. This one, at least the power works. Alright. We can't play very far into it, but let's try the guy game.
I squishworms. Ever seen someone try and charge a PC?
I was reading stupid things people have said on the internet, and someone's like, "Man, wouldn't it be great if your
squishworms.
If your PC
Because
tower
they are so used to
was
having
wireless?"
to charge their phone.
Oh, jeez. That's a good reason why they would unplug it. It's making different noises. Alright. Oh, don't you dare give me that back.
Bunny Girl Erica. It's normally that they have bought a PC or laptop for the first time and assume it works like their phone or iPad or whatever other wireless device.
Yeah, that's true. Do I have any DVD movies down here?
Hell's Angel 79. No, it still sounds stupid.
Nope, you're still an idiot. Thanks, have a nice
Hell's
day.
Angel 79. They know their TV doesn't run on hopes and dreams either.
So this one gives me a more, speaking of hopes and dreams, I feel this one might be easier to fix than the other one that's being all crazy. If it will just keep the drawer in, I think it needs a new, I know I put a new, there we go. Stop it. Alright. So this one, hopefully we just need to readjust the laser a little bit. The other one, well, hold on, I need to start notating things. Ba-ba-da-ba. Dear ADHD brain, stop going cray-cray. Alright. Where's my repair list? Repair projects. Here we go. Alright. So then we will add another one. And we will put, what's wrong with it? Console, serial, and issue. That looks good enough for me. Make that a form. Why'd you pop up? I just said make it a form. Why? Oh, that's the wrong kind of form. I don't need a Google form. Stupid Google. I guess I want to make this a table. My brain isn't working this morning. Create a table, not a form. Whatever, screw you guys. I'm going home. Xbox. I'm blind. I can't see this kind of crap. Alright, 0. Found it.
Bunny Girl Erica.
30.
Another friend I have does tech support for companies. Has said the amount of times people work laptops are brought in because they got infected with stuff because of them watching adult videos on them is ridiculous. Especially when it's the same people like every month and they still just deny having done anything.
But this is like in 2004, I worked at a computer shop, and this guy would bring his computer in once a month, totally infected with all kinds of shit, and I would just have to clean it off and tell him like, dude, I don't know what you're watching. I don't care what you're watching.
Squishworms.
Buy something. I would put on all the free stuff. So like I put like, you know, malware bytes and all that other free stuff that I could do to try to protect his computer, but he would always bring it in. So eventually we told him, like, look, stop this. Stop using this. You can't bring it into us anymore because we can't do anything else for you. We've put everything on here, but you go to a website and it says you can't watch this unless you disable your antivirus. Might be a hint that you shouldn't use it.
Just buy a Mac Kappa.
Yeah. Let's see here. Powers on and off. Turned off.
Bunny Girl Erica.
After what was
Makes
that, like
it worse when he said
10
it's
minutes?
obvious they are watching some of that while at work.
Oh, jeez. That's ballsy right there. Like, don't be doing that crap while you're at work. Hey, I got my Halo back. Alright. After I break the disc in half.
Kofi stream butt.
Kopi.
Visit Ugly007's KO5 page.
I gotta remember about
Hell's
doing stuff
Angel
with Kopi
79.
eventually.
Naked stuff for work.
I mean, what if you work in the porn industry and you're just working on the website? Sorry, I was putting the viruses on the website. I didn't mean to bring them onto my computer. My bad. Okay, Razor, come on, buddy. Come on. I want to work back on my bench.
Bunny Girl Erica. He's threatened to report people for it if they don't stop because he's tired of fixing their shit and refuses to do it again. D2 Crafty 1. So you're up, Doug.
I am. I'm trying to get my camera on my bench to work. Oh well, we'll just use the zoom in. Alright. Just go to chatting. Alright, so we've got a DuckTales here. That's right there in my face. Why is that in my face? There we go. We got some DuckTales. We're going to
Bunny Girl Erica. Doug has been entertaining us by putting stuff into holes.
That's true, and getting white stuff out of stuff after it's got all crusty. That's a big job this morning too, wasn't it? Alright. Come on. We'll go to this workbench. And we'll switch the camera. There we go. Okay. Life is like a hurricane. It's a duck. Oh, this isn't DuckTales. This is Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Ranger. Chip 'n Dale. There's no danger. Chip 'n Dale. Alright. Look at that zoom in. Enjoy seeing a real extreme close-up of the back of an NES cartridge. You know, I forgot what this is doing. I'm thinking that it's not booting. It was doing something weird. So we'll just take it out and well, I think I've already cleaned the connectors on this one. Hello, they don't look too bad. I mean, we'll give them a good once over. How many people are old enough to remember Chip 'n Dale on the Rescue Rangers? Not the dancers. I mean, if you remember the dancers too, that's fine.
Hell's Angel 79. I remember.
This was a fun little game. I didn't get to put a lot of time into it though.
D2 Crafty 1. Have you replaced any batteries on a Game Boy yet?
I have. I actually have some batteries here for Game Boys. Let's see if there's anyone. I heard the thing. Hey, look! Now it wants to work. Jeez. Maybe. It came on for a minute. And I touched it. I give up. Ah.
D2 Crafty 1. Well, Game Boy games even.
I have actually. Well, I think this Game Boy game's fine. Sun, the Golden Sun. We can change that battery out. I have a couple Game Boy games that was acting up. I need to find those. And we can take a look at it. But I also have these. Let me pull one out so it's a little bit easier to see. I have these mounts here for batteries, so I can put it in, swap out the batteries in Super Nintendo games or Sega Genesis games. Then you can just put a new battery in. And these, though, a lot of times I'll have to solder on the back side of the board instead of the front because it just doesn't give me enough room. So, but yeah, I got stuff for battery repair too. Now I'm looking for my eraser. I use.
D2 Crafty 1. I have to replace my battery on Pokemon Silver.
Oh man, I got a funky Pokemon, like my original Pokemon Silver. It disappeared somewhere. Somebody swapped it out with a bootleg Pokemon. That's all kinds of funny.
D2 Crafty 1. And Leaf Green.
I'm not testing my Leaf Green. Look at. Okay, I've got a freaking eraser in here somewhere. Sorry, just digging through my drawers that I need to, freaking clean out of. Maybe we should just clean stuff. Clean out drawers, clean wires up. Well, poop. I just cleaned off my table because I was looking for that. And I'm like, I found it. And I put it up somewhere. Now it's lost again. Oh well. Anywho's. I don't think I've got any. God damn it, boy. My alcohol. I'm out of alcohol. I can't do anything to clean this thing. I mean, it doesn't look filthy. It shouldn't be bad connections. So let's see what it's doing, and then we will see if it might be something wrong with one of the EEPROMs. Alright. Go over here and which one are you plugged into?
Matt Hamble. Back in the day, we used pencil erasers to clean card edge connectors.
Oh, well, that's what I was looking for. I have the pencil eraser somewhere and I don't know where I put it. Oh, I'm just trying to find out which cable this one's going to. There it is. So he's going over here. He is input 2, it looks like. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I had a couple pencil erasers over here. And I was just going to use that to clean them up. I usually use the pencil side eraser. I'll use the pen side to get the most of the grime off, and then the pencil side to kind of just clean up a little bit more.
The eraser is someplace safe.
Yeah, I haven't lost it. Alright. That should be. Oh, come on. That's that one. That. Yeah, your input. Should be input 3. Bye, camera. I loved it, you. I've got too many switch boxes. I really just need to break it down to one. I saw somebody, that's disturbing.
D2 Crafty 1. It's funny. My Master System game Miracle Warriors still saves game. But my leaf green is dead.
My, speaking of things like that, my, why is this not working? Yeah, my Fantasy Star, I've not changed that.
Hello Squish and Chris.
Sorry, I'm just gonna unplug everything. Screw my life. It's just super duper. I'm super. Thanks for asking. All right. Let me just follow this cable back and make sure I'm looking at the right one. This is the one I'm looking at here.
Chris F. At Matt Amble hand pink waving.
Alright. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get my my Nintendo Famicom, well, the AVS thing here. It's not wanting to read through the HDMI port. I wanted to double check I'm looking at the right one. Yes, it's in. It's number 3. That should be correct. Remember, this is a... Where's that one going to? That one is going to my DVD player. Okay.
D2 Crafty 1. So your Fantasy Star still holds the save?
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. 30_years and still going.
Right, and
Matt
then...
Amble.
I think
Funny
what
how
it
it
is...
pronounces Matt Amble. I Squishworms. Hi at Matt Amble. Smiley face.
I think what the reason why they work, some work and some don't, is that your Game Boy games are always on the move. They're always traveling somewhere. You're taking them with you everywhere you go. They're in your pocket, you know. They're going from temperature positive to negative and all that fun stuff all the time. With your but with your cartridge games, you're usually not taking them out of your house. They're usually just hanging around in one spot all the time. And they usually don't have an issue because of that. Alright, I think something's wrong with my HDMI cable now. Because it's still not wanting to register anything. I'm going to take out this HDMI cable. We'll use it instead. We'll see if this one works.
I Squishworms. Sorry, hi Joe. Smiley face.
Ha! What the crap is wrong with this stuff? I mean, I know the switch box is working. Yeah, so that should take me to the Xbox. Well, blue screen. So this one should be this HDMI cable. Unless it's messing with my actual console. Let's see if the the Sega Genesis or the SG Mega thingy bob here works. Yeah. Alright. So that one's working. Oh, you know what I bet's wrong? I bet it's because it's giving me a black screen. I bet I have the console set up to automatically boot the game. And since it's not an original Nintendo, it's not going to just boot up. I bet my HDMI cable's fine. I get my brain's just not working. Yeah, so that's what it is. It's at I have the boot up on the AVS to start right to the cartridge instead of going to the main screen, and therefore it's doing this, cycling back and forth. Okay, so yeah, still black screen. I do have a conversion that somebody made. I was testing. Yeah, so that's why it's not working. It's the black screen. But somebody made a Fist. Oh, we're on camera. Fist of the North Star conversion, which I thought that was interesting. And he gave me a bunch of stuff that he was working on. But I don't think this one. I think this one's doesn't work at all. Let's see what it does. I think this one was just gibberish when I looked at it last. Oh no, this one was work. Let's see. Oh yeah, see? There's something wrong with the video on it. So I need to find out where it's wrong. I don't know. It was kind of cool. He gave me a bunch of stuff that was broken and I fixed most of it. I got a whole drawer of other stuff that was just PCBs he gave me of games that didn't have anything on it. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll tone out the I really want that camera to work. Come on, Razer.
D2 Crafty 1. What's this? ROM hack?
Yeah, it was a ROM hack. Either it was a ROM hack or if it was a US version, Japanese version ROM chip put on another board. He also gave me one of these Genesis boards, and I'm trying to find out if I can put real Genesis ROMs on there, or if I can only put on ones burnt to the ROM chip. I haven't tested with that much. Anyway, let's go back over here and we'll go back to the camera. Alright, there we go. We'll see if we can find any place on the board not toning right. We should be able to use the diode mode and test the ROM chips. Let's see here. So ground is going to be first one here. I don't know if Nintendo ROM chips are the same as Genesis, or I should be getting something out of each one of the data lines. You know, I guess I can go grab my DuckTales. Let me go grab another DuckTales. Again, it's not DuckTales. God, it's Chippendales. I want it to be DuckTales, that's why. Alright. This one's a nicer copy. But let's make sure it works. Yeah, that one starts right up. That means they're 2 layers. Alright. Game Genie support. Infinite energy. Mega jump. Mega jump twice apparently. Woo! Yep. Well. It's working. Yay! Super job, it's fun! Okay. Now we can check the ROMs between each other. I'll stop playing around. I'm wondering if it's got a sorry. That's camera's really messing with my OCD. I want it working. Alright, there we go. It kind of worked. It just has a bright picture. Whatever. We'll just compare the... Instead of you looking at me testing, I'll move this camera over here to my multimeter. And what we're looking at is we're going to try to find places that don't tone out the same way on both cartridges. So... get my other one open up here. We'll start toning out the pins. So I'll be on ground with my negative, and then I'll just use my positive in diode mode and go between each one of them to see which one may be different. And then if that's the case, we'll figure out why. Alright, so we're going on the original, the one that was working first. So this one has nothing, ground, tick, no. Alright. Now on the fifth one, do we have... Okay, we'll do that. We'll put the positive on ground. We'll go through. Alright, so this is now positive on ground, going on the good card. Wait, what's that? That is pin between. Okay. Is that shorted? It's not. Okay, so why are we shorted here? This one should not be a short to ground.
D2 Crafty 1. What is that? Fluke.
It is a 115 multimeter. All right, so let me get my pen out here, and we'll mark this one. This pen is bad. Okay, any more?
D2 Crafty 1. I always wanted a Fluke. My Radio Shack still works though, LUL.
If it works, why change it? So this might just have a bad ROM chip on it. Huh. So this is also that there, and then this ground says this ground. Wait, that should, those ground planes should not be attached. We have a bad capacitor?
D2 Crafty 1. It's not like I'm testing the mains or something. So.
Yeah. Something is running my power to ground. Alright. Let's take off the capacitor on this guy. Where are we at? There we are. Ta-da! Our capacitor is here. It is these two pins here. Out of the hole here, and we'll see if our ground, if these things are still grounded. All right, so no, it's not the capacitor. .26 microfarads. Alright, so that's fine. That's a 22 microfarad. Alright, so we know that it's not there. Go ahead and solder him back on. Pull that leg out, I think. That one that was shorting the ground here. I marked it. Right there. So we'll take this one out next. And this one. like doing it that way. I just want to take them. I want to take the whole thing off. Gotta give some fresh solder first. Thought maybe I'd get away with not doing it, but. Put solder in that one, even if pull it out completely. Come on, it's not moving on me. You know, I've got a board holder. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. I didn't feel like they got anything. There we go. Alright, now we'll put it on the board holder. I'm thinking about it. Alright, now we can adjust our lens there. We go. Alright, cool.
D2 Crafty 1. I guess since I'm only testing for continuity or charges on a game battery, a Radio Shack should still be good.
Yeah, you're fine. And it should have continuity, and it should have, as long as it has diode testing, because a lot of times, a lot of stuff you can find in the diode test. Few of them that didn't do it very well. Move that camera up just a little bit more. I'm not bumping it with this soldering iron here. Adjust my focus. So we have just a few of them that didn't come out the first time. So we have, looks like pin 3. Alright, who else? So grab some tweezers time. Where's my tweezers? Alright, here's some tweezers. See if we can wobble them. Yep, wobbles. Wobbles, of course, not going to wobble. He's good. 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 He's not so good. That one. Alright. The one that we started with. Our troublemaker. Alright, that looks better. Not gonna get away with it. Gonna have to resolder. There we go. Anyone else need it? I I think everyone else looked fairly good. Alright, let's check them now. Shaky, shaky, shaky. No shaky. Shaky, shaky, shaky.
D2 Crafty 1. That and I check if the alternator is charging at the right level, stuff like that.
Yeah. See, I've got to check high voltage. So, I mean, I'm working with 400. But I'm actually at work, I will have stuff up to a 750 volts DC. So wobble, 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 wobble. All right. Let's see if we can just pop this guy out now. And he's out. Alright, so I'm going to flop it over again.
D2 Crafty 1. Yeah, it was checking high voltages. Probably want a fluke with safety cat ratings.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is good up to 600 volts. Cat, so he's okay. Alright, so let's see if it's his internal problem or if there's something on our board. Oh, hold on. I don't voltage me. Alright. It's something on the board. Okay, we're still shorting out though. No, we're not. Did I check it the wrong place? So I was checking on, I should be checking, flip this guy over here. Not shorting out now. Where is my... So is this one here, which then goes up to here. Why would just removing the chip get rid of the problem? Well, I mean, I've seen weirder things, I guess. Put it back in. Two. Ba 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 ba. So when it's not connecting, well, that's not screwy at all. where's that pin going to? That pin's going up to there. Okay. So this one should be here to here. Yes. That should not be connected here. No. But when I put the chip in, it grounds it out. On this one, here to here, not grounded out. Alright, let's try something different then. We try so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's our pin. I'm going to pull him up high. The right pin? I don't think that was the right pin. Nope, I had one over. Alright, we'll pull this one up high. Here. Okay, so where does this go to? Alright, so this we have here going to here. It's okay. Which then goes to that plane, which is going to this main plane here. Then is connected to the top pin here. I'm wondering if that's my 5-volt rail. Alright, I'm just gonna pull the pin up first. We're going to put it back in here. Alright. So now we'll have that should not. Alright, so now if we take that from here to here, I'm wondering if we'll still have the same issue. I don't think it's a trace issue. Let's just solder it on with that pin disconnected and see if the game boots. I want to see what happens if we see anything different. So we want to have anything in that. Hold it all. My thought is that's a 5-volt rail or the 3.3 volt. I'm not sure what the Nintendo cartridges run on. There's probably another place that this chip gets that same voltage from. If it doesn't work, I'm going to try jumpering it somewhere else. I should probably just use my camera here, sitting there squinting to see if I'm hitting the pins right, and I can just use the camera right in front of my face. Alright, all of those on. Okay, let's check our continuities. Just want to see if this gets connected here anywhere. No, not connecting at all. 3.5 volt rail. Alright, cool. And then We'll see what happens. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Not start up again? We already had that problem. What? There we go. Alright. Oh shoot. Break my desk door. Going back over here to play testing. And I gotta change this back over to here. Alright, do something. Nothing. Not surprised. Okay. It doesn't answer the question on why it does that. Let me see here. If you guys got any ideas, let me know. I've not really fixed a Nintendo cartridge doing something like this before, so a lot easier when they're just dirty. Alright, so if we take that wire, let me see if, let's check our other pins. I think we already did. Pretty sure that the other pins are working just fine. So we'll just have it from here. Actually, so we're here, we're going to go to that pin.
D2 Crafty 1. Unless you're changing batteries on Game Boy Advance stuff.
Okay, so last pin there. Okay, let's see what happens if I take it like this. We'll just take my wire. Where's my little wires? We'll just grab a random. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to try to bend this guy so we're touching this pin, going over to this pin. You know what? I'm just going to use a wire. We have wire right here. Ah. Don't know why this would be any different, but we'll go ahead and see what happens. Oops. Okay. We'll just kind of put a little bit of butter up here. Okay. And a little solder on these guys. Alright. And how good my whistling is. Will I get a copyright strike? Here we go. Sorry. All right. Let's see if it shorts out still. Why? What, so it's got to be something internal then. So why would it not give me a short when I'm on the outside looking in? Okay. Maybe, okay, okay, let's try a different way. Let's try a resistor. Try a resistor between those two. See what resistance this guy is. There we go. Resistance. 1K. Okay, so I'm not going to chop off his legs here. I'm just going to solder him here. Alright. And then if this works, then we will alright, so now we have it with a resistor. Still shorting out. I mean, it's right there. Oh, maybe I checked on the wrong side of the pin. That should not be shorting. On the chip itself isn't shorting anymore. Maybe if I do it the other way around, let's try it like this. Instead of taking this pin here, maybe I take it to, I think I gotta put it back in the hole. Alright, let's see. Alright, looks good. So, I'm going to try to put that pin between ground this is going to change anything or not. Alright. How's our wiggles? Two. Alright. Let's test our wiggles on the bottom. Alright, cool. Hold on, who's holding on to me? Somebody's still holding on to something. Thanks. This one. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to try to put the resistor between the bad pin and the ground. Let's see if that does it. It may not do anything. I'm trying to figure out why this is shorting stuff out. And I know if I do a similar fix on the Genesis one, the resistor fixes the issue. But I don't see how this one pin is causing it. I'll have to look and see what that is. Problem child. Okay, now we'll get our resistor back out here. I'll run it between tried running it between here and there. We'll go ahead and just try to make. I have faith in this fix. Let's try to make it more legit here. I don't know if this is going to do anything, but let's find out. Still reading as a short. So we know there's something wrong with that chip. I don't know what we can do to fix it. Let's see if we can find anything on a Nintendo wiki. So we're pin 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. So 17, 18. 27. Let's find a Nintendo wiki. Alright. NES ROM pinouts. Alright, so what EEPROM number do we have over there? It's our. I'm gonna just do this so I can see the numbers. Alright, so it's our. Alright. 28 pin. So this is not a 28 pin. This is a 32 pin. Did I count right? I didn't. I counted backwards. 16, 17, 18, 27, 22, CE. So that's ground. And I was testing it from here, which is the 5 volt. So we have ground here and ground here. So I wonder why we can't. Why is this one grounding out and shorting? Alright. So I think I'm going to have to find, I think it's a different pin that might be ground, that's shorting out then. So this is CHR ROM. Yeah, CHR, yeah, it's ground. Alright. CE. What is CE again? Oh, there we go. CE. The ROM output data address A100 if all the CE chip enabled is activated. So that's the chip enabled. Chip enabled, we're reading right. Chip enable, chip enable. But no, I think it's ground. I think we're looking at this one right here. I think we're looking at this one right here. This is our main chip. Can you guys see that okay? I don't know how well that looks for you guys. I can zoom it in if you want. Alright, let's see here. Of course, it's just going to give me ROMs of play. Okay. Maybe that will give me better. How much is this going for anyway? $20. I guess it doesn't work. Because if we put ROMs, that's gonna... Jesus. Let's look for PCB. Character ROM, program ROM. So the character ROM's all the graphics for the game. I wonder if it's... I don't think it would be the lockout chip. I don't think that matters. That's interesting. Let's see here. ROMs. All right. So, program ROM and okay, we do have them in two different places. Oh no! I thought I had Notepad Plus on here already. Look at all the ads. All right. Well, this is a very common board. I don't think it's the board though. I guess we can test that by popping off the EEPROM on mine, swapping it over, seeing if it does the same thing. What time is it? I don't have time. My wife's got to leave here at 11. Pin 22 is ground. Is it ground? It must be ground. That must be the ground plane. Why doesn't it chip? Why doesn't it mod? I don't know. I'm just talking to myself here. But why would it be going shorting out once it's soldered on, but doesn't short out when the chip is removed? Because you think that if it's shorting to 5-volt rail, that'd be shorted inside the chip. I'm wondering if I'll just have to message some nerds. If I can find enough nerds. Okay. Anyone know issues with a NES cart? A test. The character, yeah, character chip and pin 22 ground is shorted to the 5-volt rail when on the board, but removed its testing good. Alright, let's see. Okay. I just somebody that's smarter than me. I've got to get going though. My wife's got to go to work, and I got to go take care of the chillins. So we will continue this later. When I get a chance next time, we'll swap the ROMs.
10 minutes.
Okay, thank you. We'll swap the ROM chips from one to another,
Hell's Angel 79.
and we'll see if it does the same thing.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Restream.io.
Oh, now you come in.
Congratulations.
Hey, there we go. Hey, we hit
You've
100
received
chats.
100 messages today with Restream Chat.
Thank you, Rest Stream Chat. So this one is a direct. So this one inside of here is a direct, like, 1-to-1 pin out. So I'm wondering if I can erase these chips and reprogram them with DuckTales. That'd be cool. Alright.